everybody, it's the Warhipster here, coming at you with another Contrast Plus painting tutorial, and today we are painting the Abhorrant Cardinal. Yes, the other fantastic new character for the Flesh Eater Courts. And Games Workshop have sent him early to me to build up and paint for all of you, and that is exactly what we are doing. I'm really excited for this one. As with all the Flesh Eater stuff, it's absolutely fantastic. Look at this vampire he's carrying around on a stick. How do you know it's a vampire? It's got little fangs. It's really cool, isn't it? So, we're going to jump in, we're going to start painting him. He's been primed in White Scar. The colour we're going to be using first is Nighthaunt Gloom. And we're going to be applying this all over the top of the Cardinal's skin. Starting here on the face. Only because it was right there in front of me. So with that done, what we're now going to do is we're going to take a roughly 1-to-1 mix of Lahmian Medium and Cygor Brown. And we're going to apply this over the top of his, well, it's kind of like a skin robe. The giveaway is the hand here. With that Cygor Brown and Lahmian Medium mix applied, what we're then going to do is take some Volupus Pink. I'm going to apply this over the top of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to start just here on this piece again. We're going to apply this coming down like so. Then we're going to wash the brush, and then towards the bottom of it we're going to absorb most of it away. Like that sort of thing. With that Volupus Pink applied, we're then going to take some Carroburg Crimson, and we're going to apply this over the top of the darkest part of the robe. So this is going to be his hat, his shoulder, and the top part of his back. I'm just going to do it sort of around there, like so, and then around here, and bring it down like that. I'm going to wash the brush. We're just going to blend the two together down the back, like so. Bring it round. Over the shoulder a little bit. Bring it down the arm. and then bring it down the arm. With that done, we're now going to use two colours, Seraphim Sepia and Gryph-Charger Grey. And we're going to apply this over the top of his bit of kind of skin on the hat, but also this large bit that goes around his chest. So we're going to start with Seraphim Sepia here, and we'll just start up here on the hat. What we're going to do is we're going to layer this on. Just like that. We're then going to wash the brush. You can see where the Seraphim Sepia is starting to pool up. What we want to do is we want to take a little bit of Gryph-Charger Grey, not very much at all, and just in those areas, we want to add the Gryph-Charger Grey. That's what happens when you use too much. What you can do is you can just come in, just poke your brush into it, and you'll absorb it like that. And so with that all done, what we're now going to do is we're going to take some Wyldwood and we're going to apply this over the top of his pants and his tabard, basically. But it's funnier to say pants. And so with that done, we're then going to take some Ratling Grime and we're going to apply this over the top of the rope, all bunched around here. And with that now done, what we're going to do is we're going to take some Skeleton Horde and we're going to apply this over top of all of the bones scattered all the way around the model. So obviously one of the main features is of course the large staff here, but he's got a lot of bones dangling off him in various places, such as around his hat and around his chest, off his hip, etc, etc. We just want to get this all over. But in addition to the bones, we're also going to apply this over the top of the Cardinal's teeth. And with that now done, what we're going to do is we're going to take some black Templar and we're going to apply this over the top of almost all of the remaining details. So we're going for his little claws. Like so. We're going over the top of his hair. Like that sort of thing. And we're also going to go over the top of all the little kind of cable ties and things. With that then done, we're going to take some Guilliman Flesh. I'm going to apply this over top of this bit of skin here on this unfortunate's head. And we're going to apply this over the top of the internal organs, well, the heart. Like that. With that Guilliman Flesh applied, we're then going to take some Volupus Pink and we're going to apply this over the top of the heart again. Like that. But what we're also going to do, and apply this over the top of his tongue. Like that. And then we're going to wipe most of it off. And we're also going to apply this around his nose and his eyes. That Volupus Pink applied, we then want some Blood Angels Red. And we want to apply this over the top of basically the heart's ventricles. Ventricles? I think that's the right word. Like that. Wash the brush. And then just kind of remove some of it in places. And with that done, we're then going to take our final base coat, which is going to be some thinned down Iron Warriors. And we're going to apply this over the top of all of his jewellery. Like that. And apparently these aren't bones. These are in fact nails in his arm. So you'll want to apply that over these two. So with that done, it's now time to add some shades, and the first of these is going to be some Gryph-Charger Grey. And we're going to apply this over the top of all of his skin. And so with that done, we're then going to take some Nazdreg Yellow and we're going to apply this over the top of his rings. There's this lovely dirty gold. Like that. And we're also going to apply this over the top of the bangles. So with that done, our Abhorrant Cardinal is now what I would call a Warhipster battle ready, and it's looking fabulous already. However, we're not going to leave it there. We're going to take it to the next level. We're going to do this by adding some highlights. And the first of these is going to be some thinned down Deepkin Flesh. And we're going to be using this to highlight all of his skin. With that Deepkin Flesh all applied, as you can see, what we're then going to do is going to take a really tiny diddy little amount of white scar and we're going to apply this over the top of his eyes. With that now done, what we're going to do is we're going to take some thinned down Screaming Skull, and we're going to use this to highlight all of the bones, but also his teeth. And so with all that skeleton horde applied, what we're then going to do, and it might seem a little bit weird, but what we're going to do is going to take some thinned down Karak Stone. I'm going to use this to highlight all of his clothes. With all of that Karak Stone applied, as you can see, all the way around, what we're then going to do is we're going to take some thinned down Pallid Wych Flesh. I'm going to use this to add tiny, tiny, tiny little spot highlights to that dark area. Just like picking out the little corners. Like that sort of thing. But what we're also going to do with it is we're going to use this to highlight the sort of pale bits. Of his robes. With that done, we then want to take some Ironbreaker. I'm just going to use this to highlight those nails on his arm. With that Ironbreaker applied, we then want to take some thinned down Liberator Gold. I'm going to use this to highlight the gold jewellery, so the rings and the bangles. With that Liberator Gold applied, we then want to take some Blood Angel's Red. We want to apply this over the top of the gems on his rings. And with that now done, we want to take a little bit of blood for the blood god. And we're going to apply this around the heart. Like that sort of thing. And we're going to apply it around those nails, just a little bit of it. And we're going to apply a little bit of this around the skin on this head. Like so. So, with his base complete, the last of our new Flesh Eater Quartz miniatures is now finished. The Abhorrant Cardinal. I think he's lovely. He's very, very, very cool, and he just really fits with all of the aesthetic of the ghouls so nicely, and fits really well in with them as well, which is really cool. He's just that little bit fancier, a little bit more important, and, well, he looks after their spiritual needs, I guess. If you enjoyed this video, you love the channel, and you'd like to support me further, you absolutely can do so by heading to patreon.com/warhipster, just like all of these wonderful, amazing people have done. And alternatively, you could become a YouTube channel member by clicking on the join button below, exactly like these fabulous folks have done, scrolling up on the screen before you. There are so many of you out there that it really takes my breath away, and I cannot thank you enough for everything you do, as without you I wouldn't be able to keep making these Contrast Plus videos. And if you really like this video and you want to send me a little thanks, just click on the thanks button just below this video. Don't forget to share it, like it, comment on it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and to make sure you stay up to date, don't forget to click the bell icon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon in the next one. Happy wargaming.